This video will show you how to create an issue flipbook right within our Maxa Design Studio program. First, log into MyConnect, scroll down and find Maxa. Click into Maxa. This is our design platform for creating social media content and marketing materials. In order to create a flipbook, you have to select the right category. On the left-hand side, you'll see many folders. If you scroll down to the marketing materials folder, you can make a flipbook for anything more than 2 pages, but it looks best when you create something like a listing or buying presentation, or if you create something like a promotional flyer, or my favorite, a property brochure, because these are all more than 1 page. Click on property brochures, and depending on what your actual property looks like in terms of photos, you can select a book that fits your needs. I'm going to choose one that's fairly simple, probably a 4-page brochure. If I scroll down, you will see all the available options. I'm going to choose this one because it says digital only and it's perfect for creating a flipbook. I'm going to hit Create Design and it gives me a preview of all the pages. So by simply clicking in here, I can make sure that I have enough pages to fulfill this design. I think I do. I'm going to hit Create Design. Next, you'll see this property search option that populates. We can populate a property by simply adding in the address or MLS number. I have one in mind, so I'm going to add it in here. 22 Partridge Road in Warren, Connecticut, and the program automatically finds it as long as it's listed in MLS. I'm going to click here, and then it feeds in all the information from MLS. The street, the description, price, even the agent's name, and all of the photos. Remember, when you are making something like a flipbook, you're going to need multiple photos. So here, it gives you the option for choosing all, and you could scroll through and select the ones you want to and deselect the ones you don't. But uploading all is helpful because you will then be able to bring all photos into the program and they'll live there for easy access for you to change them in and out. I'm going to choose all photos like I mentioned. And then it always makes you confirm that this is your listing or that you have permission from the agent and or seller to use these. Click that option there and hit create. It's going to give you the warning just because it says either the photos are not the highest quality or your text is not standard. I always bypass this by creating design. It's just a warning. The photos will feed in properly and everything will look just fine. Just remember it might take a few minutes to load in. Here I have my design template in front of me and I can take a look. Notice it brought over the address, but these pictures are not mine. These are the standard template photos. So I have to plug my photos in where I want them. The program doesn't know where you want the photos. But before I do that, I'm just going to scroll down and look at each of these pages. Notice when I click into each of the pages, it highlights it. So this is my last page here. I'm going to go back to the top. And if I've used the MLS integration, and if you've watched my previous video on Maxa Overview, you will know that in the upload sections here, you will find your 22 Partridge Road or your address photos in their own category. If you click there, you will see all of the photos available to you. I'm going to click back on my first page. Remember, you have to click into the photos here, and they have to be outlined in blue. When you do so, I know that I can change this photo. So I'm clicked into the first exterior photo here, and I'm going to swap it with mine, because remember, that is just a template. Once you do so, you're going to click into each one and then this box will appear. So I'm going to click into a few of these just to show you how to change these photos. That's my first page. I'm going to do this for all pages and then you'll get a nice look of what the actual book will look like. Now this is going to be a digital flip book, but traditionally a lot of these designs are made for printing at the office, and you can even order them at Express Docs as well. I'm going to continue to plug in these photos just so we can complete our flipbook. Again, the text can be edited. You can move it around. It might not all fit, so you're going to have to play with this a tiny bit. This is a lot of text for training. I'm just going to take some of it out. Again, I'm encompassed in this box, so that means that I can make changes. Perfect. Lastly, on the last part of this, I'm going to add a couple more photos, and I'm going to add my own picture in here. This is not me, so I'm going to click into the photo picture. And if you've loaded your picture into the program before, it might be in account images, or it will be in your uploads. I'm going to click into account images and see how that replaced my photo quite easily. The other thing I suggest you do is by using the zoom in and zoom out option, you can look at your text a little bit closer, and it's very easy to make changes. I'm going to make a few more changes before I go forward and make some of these options just a tiny bit bigger so I can see them in my flipbook. Once I'm done, I can zoom back out, and remember, always hit save. I'm going to scroll back to the top just to make sure all the photos are good and click save. You also have the ability here to, once you're done going by these options as far as low image and a spell check, I would hit save, and then you could rename it. So this is named Digital Only 4-Page Property Brochure, but this in fact is 22 Partridge. And I'm going to rename that and then hit save one more time. Remember, it's going to detect small font and also spell check, and the pictures, it wants to make sure they're good quality as well. Once I'm done, and I've looked through this a few times, like I said, I'm just going to look through it one more time to make sure it's good. Then I'm going to go to the option on the top that says share. So step one is creating the actual book in Maxa, and then step two would be sending it over to our issue platform that feeds right into and from out of Maxa. I'm going to hit share, and then the option is here, publish on issuu.com, and then go to issue. Once it loads in, again, it's going to ask you to rename. And then publish. So I've renamed it, and now I'm going to publish it. It takes a couple seconds. It's uploading to Issuu, and Issuu is the actual flipbook creation, and it's pretty cool, and you'll see in just a second what it actually looks like. So here is my flipbook, and I'm going to click on the arrows to look at the pages. So what a flipbook is essentially is a book that you can swipe through either on your phone or that you can send via link to your client, and they can get a nice looking view of a digital book. I'm going to make it bigger, the full screen version, just so you can see. Again, it looks pretty nice, and that is exactly what was created. So the options for you are full screen, which we just looked at. You can embed the link in a web page. You can also get the QR code here, so you can download that QR code, save it as a PNG, and then upload it to, say, maybe a printed flyer or something of that nature. And you can also, like I said, send that link very easily right from here under the share option. If you wanted to delete your publication, you can do so here. And that is how you create a digital flipbook.